So I was having a session yesterday with one of my neurodivergent adults, and got on the topic of masking. And the neurodivergence concept is kind of a newer idea for this particular person. So we've been talking about masking and unmasking, and kind of like identifying the self, like what's me, what's the mask, what are the things that I have portrayed and perceived, and what are the things that I've enjoyed that maybe I don't enjoy, but these are just part of the mask that I'm wearing. And one of the things we got onto was, thankfully, they have like top shelf, really good, safe support system group of friends. And their friend was like, you don't have to mask around me. You can just unmask. And my client was trying to describe to them, like, why it's hard to unmask. And I came up with an analogy. So initially, when we're born, we don't have much in the way of complex reflexes. So if you're an infant and I take this ball and I throw it at you, it's just going to bounce off your head, right? And they said, yeah. Now, if every day I take this ball and I whip it at you, eventually you're going to throw your hands up or bat it away, right? Yes, that becomes your reflex. That becomes your defense mechanism. Masking is, in a lot of ways, a defense mechanism in order for us to survive in society. This is your mask. This is your reflex. Now, gradually, as time goes on, as we learn ourselves, and as we gain more tools and more understanding and more acceptance of ourselves, we can develop different responses. And there's a difference between a reflex and a response. Intentionally unmasking is learning to catch the ball, when all we've ever known in life is to dodge the ball. But it takes time and it takes intention. It also takes understanding of how to catch the ball. It takes understanding of how to unmask. When we are unmasking, we're trying to figure out who we are as a person without the mask, because we've lived our life entirely with the mask. And as we start to unpack our own neurodivergence and what that actually means to us specifically, because it is a very personal thing, because you've met one neurodivergent person, you've met one neurodivergent person. It's not a cookie cutter. It's not a Play-Doh Fun Factory, squish, squish, autism, ADHD. No. Every single person is a conglomeration, a collection of their own experiences, and their neurodivergence flavors those experiences. And because we're still trying to mask as neurotypical without knowing really what's going on, we just think that, like, there's something wrong with us. So we deal with a lot of shame, we deal with a lot of guilt, we deal with a lot of, like, otherness that can be very, very daunting and make us feel very, very alone and unsafe in our world. And catching the ball becomes a progressive thing. We get better at it. The first time we go to catch a ball, we might fumble. The next time we catch a ball, we might catch it right on. I'm not going to use the ball anymore. It's just way too much. So yeah, when we are looking at unmasking and trying to tell people, like, it's not that I don't want to unmask, it's that my brain is having trouble with unmasking. Also, I don't even know what that means yet myself, because it's a process, it's an experience, it's a long-term unpacking of the self and learning who we truly are while still also dealing with old feelings of shame and guilt. And it's not that we don't feel safe with a person, it's just that we don't feel safe. Period. So, hope that helps.